my channel. Today I thought I wanted to get some filming done. I have a couple different videos that I wanted to film, so I thought I can do a little get ready with me, do my makeup. I don't think I'm gonna do anything like too crazy today, but definitely want to put a little something on my face. I'm gonna be filming a couple videos, so yeah. If you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. This is the channel where I put all of my like one-on-one type content, more like POV, like I can do some like face brushing, you can let me know if there's like something specific that you wanted to see, but I just wanted to make a separate channel for this type of content since YouTube doesn't really push it for me on my real person ASMR account. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and talk too much. You can go see my first video if you want a little bit more in-depth detail about that. But yeah, we're just going to get started. I'm just going to start by putting a little headband on my head. This is one that I got from Clinique when I was working for them specifically. Where Great Skin began, so I thought I'd never really use this one, so I wanted to use something a little different today. Let's see if I like it. I think I use it like once. Sometimes my head is too big for these things. Okay, we're just gonna put it on this way so that I don't have anything pulling on my hair. Okay, so my face is already prepped. I did my skincare like maybe an hour and a half ago. I'm gonna put a little something on my lips. So to start, this is the Moisture Surge lip from Clinique. Just want to put this on before I really do any of my makeup because my lips are just feeling a little dry right now. This stuff is really great though. Like, it keeps your lips nice and moisturized. Like, if I were to put this on at night before I go to bed and I wake up in the morning, I still feel it there. Like, it's really, really good. It really helps a lot too with discolorations if there's any smokers out there. This really helps with that as well. Okay, so I think we'll start with eyes. Like always, this is my Milani Eyeshadow Primer. I've been using this for many, many years now. Just does a good job at keeping the eyeshadow in place all day. And I take a little bit of that on my ring finger. Just a little bit. I really don't need a lot of this stuff. One tube should last you a really long time. But I'm just gonna put that on my eyes here. Okay, hear that? I don't know if it's a plane or like a helicopter. It's probably a plane. I don't really live very far from the airport, so there's always a lot of planes going back and forth. Like, sometimes, like when I'm driving, you can see the planes land and take off. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I always like to set my eyeshadow with a powder because it just helps it, for me, keep it on longer. I tend to have oilier eyelids, so this just helps. This is just a matte powder. This is Invisible Matte 101 by Clinique. So this doesn't have any color to it. Just a translucent powder. And I just take that on this fluffy brush. You might see some things like come off of it. It's literally powder. I use this brush every day. And I just dust it across my lid. You could probably do this with just like an eyeshadow as well, but I think because, you know, powder is formulated to control oil, that's why I use the powder. Now, I don't want to do anything super crazy on my eyes. I have this Lancome palette that I never touch. Actually, somebody gave this to me. But it's got some pretty colors in it. It's just called the Eyeshadow and Blush Palette Glam. I'm not sure how old this is or when Lancome came out with this, but yeah, I had a coworker once and she was giving a bunch of her makeup, so I don't really own a lot of Lancome. This makes a good sound though. Anyways, kind of like these pinks in here. Of course I do. I think I'm going to play with those. So quickly, I'm just going to take a brush. This is like a fluffy brush. And I'm going to dip into that pink. And I'm just going to kind of dust this all over my lids. It's really not doing too much. Okay. Let me do the other side. I'm literally just dusting this all over my eyelid. Like, I'm really not trying to focus on my eyeshadow too much today. So, I'm just going to throw some color on them. I mean, it's there, but it's not impressing me. Whatever. I don't really like it. Just gonna blend it out, make sure it's nice and seamless. Windshield wiper motions, circular motions, that's what's gonna help you get that really blended look. I'm gonna pull a different eyeshadow palette out. I have this one from Jacqueline, from when she still had her brand. It's such a cute palette. It's called Strawberry Fields. Strawberry Fields. Look, I lost my cherries on this nail. Anyways, this has some pinks in it as well. So I'm going to take this lemonade shade here. And I'm going to start sweeping this across my lid as well. Like, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it did, like, I don't know, I feel like you can see it. Look how much more pink that looks than this. No offense, but like Lancome compared to Jacqueline Cosmetics, that doesn't even exist anymore. Like, Jacqueline's is better pigmented. Then again, I really don't know how old this palette is. But, you know, I just feel like sometimes high-end brands' shadows are just not that good. I'm gonna go with all the feels too. It's just like a little deeper of a cranberry shade, and I'm just gonna throw that in the outer edge just to give it a little dimension without doing too much work. I don't know if you guys can hear the buzzing coming from my light. I'm sorry if you do, it kind of drives me insane. Alright, and then I'm just taking a little bit of the Berry Whip shade too because I can't help myself. And I'm just going to deepen it just a little bit more on the outer corner. I have such a particular, vision. I feel like for the way my eyes look all the time, that if they're not met, then I don't know, I just keep going. Okay, that's going to be enough for now. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go back into the Lancome palette. I'm going to use this shade. I'm going to put this all over my lid and see how that looks. I'm going to just use my finger. And so, it's where, the color underneath doesn't matter all that much, but if I'm not getting the result that I want, I'm going to go use a different eyeshadow palette. This is really not impressing me either. I might get rid of this palette. I really don't ever use it. Let's try a brush. I'm just going to take a flat brush, but it's got a little bit of softness to it. It's actually a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill brush. Just going to put this on. It's it's there, but it's just not impressing me. I just wanted to do a little bit more. Okay, I'm taking Fresh Picked out of this palette here. This is more red, but I never really use it, so let's try it out. Suddenly this is becoming more of a red look instead of a pink one. Okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's do a little eyeliner. Just gonna do a little liner. This is from Clinique. This is their Easy Liquid Liner, I think it's called. The writing has all started to come off, which is a fault of Clinique's packaging. But I really like this eyeliner. It's just like a thin brush, and it really kind of applies very smoothly, which is nice. I'm just gonna try to keep this pretty thin on my eye. It's easy to overdo it when you have very little lid space like me. Let's do the other side. I hate the buzzing that this light makes. It's so irritating. It's like all I hear. Okay, I'm gonna make a slight wing now. I don't want to do it too much. Just a little bit. I really have to manipulate that wing because of how my skin kind of folds in here. I know it's kind of hard for you to see because, you're not that close to my eye, but it's just weird how it folds and stuff. Oh gosh, that one came out so bad. I'm gonna take a little Q-tip, but I like the ones that have the point on it. And then I'm just gonna fix that. And then to like make sure they look even. My face is just not symmetrical by any means, so it just takes some work, honestly. When people ask me how long it takes me to do my makeup, I'm like, well, when I'm doing my eyes, it's gonna take a lot longer because I need to make them look as even as possible. And when they're really not even, that's takes some time. Alright, God, what I just did. Alright, I'm gonna go grab. Okay, so I just have a cotton pad here, a cotton round. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of, this is a micellar water makeup remover. Is it micellar water? It's rose water. I prefer micellar water. I actually don't really like this specific one that I have too much. But I think I just got this at like TJ Maxx. Yeah. I like the micellar water better. But I just keep that right up here so I have something to use to clean up. I just like the micellar water better because I think it just feels better on my skin. I think it removes a little bit better as well. This does an okay job though. I mean, I'm gonna have it for a while. There's a lot in there. Okay. So I'm gonna start by priming. I think today I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. Matches my nails. Matches my eye look. This is a gripping primer. The normal one is the green one. You know, if I'm sure you've seen those. This one has. This is like the dewy formula as opposed to the other one. And they do make one with niacinamide as well, that helps with redness. So I just took a pump of this. For some reason, I just like this one though. I don't know why. But it's like not as easy to find because I'm pretty sure they only like release it every once in a while. So when I found it, I was like, all right, I know I'm coming low on it. I'm just gonna blend that in until it starts to get sticky. I feel like I personally use so much skincare that it's really hard for me to get that grippiness sometimes. For foundation today, I'm just going to use my Even Better from Clinique because this is just like a nice everyday foundation, and since I'm not really doing anything crazy, this will work for today. This is in the shade Cream Whip. I also have it in Buff, which I kind of use these interchangeably sometimes. Just kind of depends on which one comes out first, but these days I low-key kind of like the Buff shade a little bit better, which is interesting because Buff is a warm and this is a cool. I'm more of a neutral, so like, I don't know, I can even probably mix these if I wanted to. I just feel like sometimes lately when I'm putting on the Cream Whip, it just looks too light on me. I don't know. You know, by the time I add everything else, it doesn't really matter that much. And I'm having another breakout, which I don't understand because it's not that time of the month. It's not. It's not. Alright, let's go ahead and blend this in. I'm trying to be better about my makeup, like my brushes particularly, because I feel like I've been dealing with so much acne lately, and, you know, I do my makeup quite often. I don't clean my brushes nearly as much as I should, but it's hard. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like, there are people out there that clean their brushes after every use. I know that there are, and you know what? Good for them. I don't know how you do it. Unless you just have like an abundance of brushes. Which I do have a lot of brushes, but not enough to like use every day of the week, you know what I mean? My hair is getting in my way. Okay, I actually don't think the foundation looks too light today, which is good. But I'm not going to do much of it. I just want a layer because I can go in with my concealer and everything and really cover the rest. So first I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in the shade 2N. And this is what I like to use to really cover up blemishes. You know, any area that I'm not really thrilled about. And I'll take my brush again and just blend that in. It's a pretty thick foundation, it's a pretty thick concealer. So, covers pretty well. I just prefer something a little bit more liquidy under my eyes. I know some people prefer like more thicker product, but I don't want thickness under my eyes. Cool. So for under the eyes, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the hydrating formula, the ones on with the white cap. The ones with the black cap, or this is the hydrating one with the white cap. The ones with the black cap are the mattifying ones. So, you know, just pick accordingly. And I'm only putting a little bit because a little kind of goes a long way. And we'll start there. I can just put these here too for now. I really try to get in my inner corner because my inner corners go so deep. So I'm just going to take a thin brush here and kind of make sure that I really just get that in there. Blend it down. And then I have this Morphe Cloud Cushion. I'm sorry, it's kind of dirty. I really like these a lot. They really blend the makeup really nice. And it doesn't like, you know, like a beauty sponge is gonna remove the product. This doesn't really remove the product. It just, I don't know, makes it look so good. Making sure that inner corner is how I like it. I'll probably go back in to that even after blush, to be honest. I feel like it makes a good noise though. Okay. And then I will just take my damp sponge and just go over this again. Pick up any excess. Okay. So now we're gonna do some let's just start with a little bit of bronzer. This is also from e.l.f. It's the Halo Glow Contour in the shade Tan Deep. And I'm just going to put a little bit just in my cheekbones. I need to get a new bronzer or contour, cream contour. I don't really like what I have. So, alright, I'm just going to blend that in. When I do this too, like, if you don't know where to put it, like, I have pretty prominent cheekbones, but corner of the ear to the corner, or excuse me, top of the ear to the corner of the mouth, like, that's your socket, so that's where you want to put it. And I recommend blending towards your temple, because that'll give you your most lifted look. Just gonna do a little bit more right here to kind of lift it up just a little bit more. And then we'll do some blush. So for blush, I have this, I'm gonna use two. I have this one from e.l.f. Focus. This was from e.l.f. This is a caramel liquid blush coming in hot pink. And then this one's from Judy Doll. It's in the shade 2. It just has a number, it doesn't have a name. So what I'm gonna do is take the e.l.f. one, and I'm gonna put like 2 dots here, 2 dots there, and then I'll take the Judy Doll one. You can see this one's a lot lighter in shade. So I'm gonna put that one right here, and I can even put it right there. And so I'll start with the darker lip shade and just start blending that one out towards my temples once again. And then once I am happy with that, then I can start adding in the light pink. Come back to this side. And then in the center here. Okay, I actually kind of think that that was the perfect amount. I feel like that never happens. Just go back in with this cloud cushion and just reblend things here. Sometimes what I do too is I'll go back in with some concealer, but I don't really think I'm going to do that today. I'm just going to kind of blend it out again. And that's where we're at so far. I don't like the way this looks, so let's fix this. Okay. Now I'm going to do some setting powder. This is from Morphe in the pink shade. It's their Jumbo Bacon Set Brightening Pink. This is considered the jumbo. This is like a normal size powder to me. I like this powder. It does the job. They have different shades too. They have like a banana one, a translucent one. I think they have a peach one. You know, it all kind of depends too on your skin tone. But I like to just start with a little bit, and you can like pack off the excess on your hand here. And I just like to set that using a powder puff as well. I think a powder puff does a really, really good job. If you don't own one, I would invest in them. They're really not that much money at all, and you can get them in like a set of like however many. I really just like to set my whole, like this whole area with the powder puff. I don't even care about my forehead too much. I know that's considered part of the T-zone, but that part of my face just doesn't get oily like the other parts, so I kind of about it too much. Sorry, I just hit the camera. And I'm going to take a brush, and the brush is where I'll hit my forehead and just the rest of my skin. Okay. So, it's the Morphe. Sometimes I use the one size one too, because this one's really nice and really blurring and like amazing, but it is a little bit more money, so I try to use that on like really important days. Okay, we're gonna do some bronzing now. This is from Pat McGrath, Bronze Without Caution, Glamorous Glow, and Regal Radiance. I found this one at TJ Maxx. I've been using it a lot. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it in these cheekbones of mine where I put the like Halo Glow bronzer from e.l.f. I'm going to put this in the same areas. Just bring it down my neck. And then I can also bring it a little bit over here. I'm not really a big contoured nose girly. I feel like that's something some people like do every day, and then there's people who don't ever do it. I'm one of those people because I just feel like I have the type of nose that it's hard to contour. I have a weird dent here, and I don't know. I just feel like it's just not really a contourable nose. That's okay though. I'm going to take two blushes. I'm going to start with this Moon one from Benefit. It's like a burgundy-ish shade. I'm going to put this one on the outskirts of my cheeks where I put the Come In Hot Pink from e.l.f. So we'll just kind of dot some of this here. I'm not coming up here though. I'm not putting it on my apples. I'm putting it on the outer edge of my cheeks. And like, don't be afraid to like blend it into your hairline. And then I'm gonna take a different blush. I don't have a single one that's that light, so I'm just gonna take this old BH Cosmetics blush palette. And I'm gonna take probably a little bit of this one and then just touch this one. And I'm gonna put that on the apples. And then on my nose as well. And that'll give it that, you know, radiance. Like, not radiance, what do you call it? Gradient. A gradient effect. I'm gonna touch my chin as well. Just my forehead. Alright, and then I am just gonna take my beauty blender one more time and just kind of pat over my cheek. Just to make it look a little bit more filtered. I think I brought the pink a little bit too high here. So, hold on. I'm going to take this, another old Shade and Light palette. Do you guys remember this? This is old. This is really old. But it's like the only brightening powder I own right now. So, I'm just going to take the light one here that you see. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes. I really need a brightening powder as well. There's a couple of things that I need. But it really does, like, make a difference. I'm gonna go ahead now and do brows. The only pencil I really have right now that I have two. I guess I have a NYX one, but it's not a pencil like this. This one's from Clinique in Dark Espresso. I just don't think this one matches my hair all that well, but it does the job. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows to my liking. Do you remember when people, like, when, like, you know, beauty YouTube was like a poppin' thing, and when girls did tutorials, they just like skip the brows? Like, they would never do their brows on camera. Why? Why was that? Why were brows such a secret? And they would just do like a whole video just based on brows, which is like fine and dandy and cool, but it was just so funny. Like, I thought about that pretty recently, and I was like, why did people do that? Like, maybe they took too long, which that makes sense, I guess. Like, I feel like, you know, at the time, people did some crazy looking brows. Honestly, I need to clean my brows up. They're just looking a little crazy. I feel like people's brows are so minimal these days, though, that it's just like not really a thing. But I guess everything today is about short form content. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't want to overdo them and start to get frustrated with myself. So really quickly, we're just gonna stick with the same brand. This is the Just Browsing Clear Gel from Clinique. And I'm just gonna flick this through my brows. I think too much product comes off of this brush, which I don't really like. You know, back in the day, I didn't even touch my brows because I didn't think I needed to because they were already so long. Or long, not long. They were already so thick and full. But, you know, that means I should clean them up and make them look better. I don't know, I just didn't. I used to never do them. And then I overdid them. So, I'm not sure which one was better. These wings look awful today. But I don't care. I just don't. Okay, we did blush. Let's do some highlight. What should we use for highlighter today? Actually, I have this pink highlighter from Dirty Little Secret Cosmetics in the shade Bellany, and this is like falling apart. Like it won't stay in there, but it's pretty. See, I just dropped it. It's like a eyeglass. But this is super pretty though. So I'm just gonna grab a highlighting brush really quick here. And I'm gonna try to like keep this pretty concentrated. I'm just gonna put it like right here. Sometimes I feel like I tend to put too much and then it's like spread out too much on my face. So I don't really have like high cheekbones though, so that's where that falls short for me. On the tip of my nose here, and then down the bridge, and then on my cupid's bow. Oh my gosh, we have to do my eyes on the bottom still. Okay, we'll do that now. Yeah, but I pretty much put highlighter everywhere. Really quick though, I'm gonna go back in and just put a little dimension underneath my eyes. And I'm using that Jaclyn palette. I'm going in with all the feels. That was that more burgundy looking shade. Again, I don't really want to spend too much time on the bottom of my eyes. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take the highlighter again. So then I'm going to take the highlighter and I'm just going to highlight the inner corner with this as well. So this will kind of bring out some more of that initial pink I was going for. I don't know how we got so red. I think I even put like more eyeshadow on than I really even wanted to today. I just like don't know how to chill. It's like all or nothing for me, really. I'm also gonna highlight my brow bone with this. Okay. I'm gonna put my little glass back in here. I'm going in with my High Five from Clinique. This is like, I don't really have a lot of mascara that I like in my collection right now. I really need to get a new one. But luckily I found this in my overstock and I was thrilled because I didn't think I had one. And I do like this mascara a lot because I feel like it's pretty effortless. Like, it doesn't take a lot of work to get your lashes to look good. But you know, mascara is like one of those things that you kind of just gotta find one that you like. Like, I feel like people can give you recommendations all day for mascara, but you have to like it. You really have to just like it. There's so many mascaras on the market too. Because there are like mascaras out there that people love, and I'm like, I can't stand it. Not even just mascara, just like anything. Like, there's so many different products out there that people love, and it just doesn't work for you, you know? My lashes are not cooperating with me today. They're looking pretty trash. Okay. Normally, this mascara doesn't give me any issues, but my lashes are just not having it today. Which, that happens sometimes too. It's annoying me though. I hate when my lashes don't look good. Lashes are just such a vital part of the look, you know. Also, this is like a fiber mascara, so the little fibers in the formula cling to your natural lash, and that's what helps give it the volume. I always feel like it's easier for me to do this side than the other side, which is weird because this is the side that I normally will sleep on. I'm sorry, there's a weird light in my face right now. It's coming from the window. Touch the bottom. I don't really focus too much on the bottom. But I do like to put it there. Alright, my lashes are just not cooperating today, but it is what it is. It just is what it is. And then I like to tight line, which is up here. And this is Intense Black. Oh shit. Oh my god, what is going on? This is Intense Black from Clinique. Just kind of helps close the gap a little bit. Okay. And then lips. We gotta do lips. This light is getting on my nerves. So for lips, I feel like we should do something kind of similar to what's going on in the eyes. Oh, this looks pretty. Maybe we'll use it. I haven't used this one yet. I'm going to go in with this Beauty Creations Wooden Lip Pencil in your Cherry Sweet. It's a cute name. I got this in a pack of like 5 from TJ Maxx, and then I lost one. So it's really nice. I think I used it once, and I really like the color that I lost too, so that's unfortunate. That's pretty. I was going to put this lip gloss on, but I think it's too red for this liner. And I don't want it to be like too red at this point. So I was going to put this on, but I think I'm going to do something else instead. Here, this is a She Got Money butter gloss from NYX. Let's try this on. What do you think? I think it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. All right, let's go ahead and set it really quick. And once my lashes are dry too, and I want them to kind of come up a little bit more, then I'll kind of like put them underneath my lids. It works. I used to curl my lashes, but I really hate them because I'll always, every time I try to like curl it, I'll get my lid, like my skin stuck in there, and it just hurts. So I've kind of given up on curling them. And I also feel like I would always go through so many eyelash curlers. Like I feel like they just never really lasted long, and they would fall apart. And I'm like, I don't really even understand why this is happening. So I just kind of gave up on them. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna take my hair down. But yeah, guys, that's the finished look today. Nothing super crazy, just kind of simple. I had to put my earrings in. I haven't put any earrings in yet, but yeah. Let me know what you think. Thanks for being here. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see here too. I want to do all different types of things. I just wanted a place to put more POV content as opposed to my other channel because it just doesn't do well over there, and I'm kind of tired of putting in a lot of work and nothing coming of it. I've only been doing it for the last 15 years of my life. So yeah, all your support is very much appreciated. Never ever goes unnoticed. So but yeah, guys, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.